Recapping the NBA season, we can see that there were a lot of surprises and disappointments this year. There were a lot of outstanding players that got a whole lot better, and there were a lot of disappointing players too. To start off, we're going to talk about surprising teams that surprised people this season. Like the LA Clippers, they were predicted to not make the playoffs, to having a 48-win season and making the playoffs without a superstar or even an all-star in their roster. The second team that surprised a lot of people were the Milwaukee Bucks, with having a 44-win season and getting knocked out in the first round last year, to this year having a 60-win season and making the Eastern Conference Finals, and having Giannis Antetokounmpo break out and even being considered the MVP this year. The final team that surprised a lot of people were the Denver Nuggets, by having a 54-win season and being the second seed in the Western Conference Finals. But there were a lot of disappointing teams also this season, like the Boston Celtics, that they were predicted to be a 60-win team and make the finals and even challenge the Warriors, but all turned out into a big mess by not having chemistry together and even having trouble getting along with each other. The second team that disappointed people were the Lakers, projected to be a 50-win team and making the Western Conference Finals, to being a 37-win team and not even making the playoffs. But in all due respect, they had a lot of injuries. Even LeBron James had his first severe injury this year that kept him from not playing and missing 17 consecutive games. But there were a lot of problems also, like they had some locker problems when the young core being in trade talks for Anthony Davis, which caused friction between the front office and the young core. But in my opinion, the best part of this season was the players that broke out. This season, like D Rose, from being out of the NBA to having a great season as a six-man, even being a six-man of the year candidate. And D Rose averaged 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. The second player that surprised people was D'Lo, that averaged 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists a game. The third player that had a great season is De'Aaron Fox, that went from having an okay rookie season to being a few games away to leading the Kings to the playoffs, and proving that he can be a future star in this league. And he averaged 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists a game in this second season. The playoffs were interesting to say at least. The Raptors were the ones to win it all this season. The OKC Thunder were eliminated in the first round again by the Portland Trail Blazers and being a part of the greatest buzzer beater in playoff history.
Tied at 115, crowd rising to the feet. George will defend Lillard. Spread floor. Lillard with 47 tonight. Working it down to 2-1. A deep three. Oh! What? Blazers win the series. A walk-off three from Lillard. Damian Lillard.
And talking about buzzer beaters, we had the first Game 7 buzzer beater in NBA history that was taken by Kawhi to send the 76ers.
Of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game! Series! Toronto has won! 15 fourth quarter points.
And the finals were exciting and devastating at the same time. For starters, KD suffered a career-altering injury that can keep him all out next season, and he is in the middle of his prime, which is pretty sad to see that a great player like KD suffered a horrific injury. The second player to get injured in the finals was Klay Thompson with an ACL injury, and he too isn't getting into his prime, and the ACL injury can affect in the long run. But in all, it was an exciting series, and I can't wait to see what happens this upcoming series. What will happen this upcoming offseason, which is starting in a couple of days. And I will make a video about it.